Welcome. I'd like to welcome all the friends, family that are watching from home, as well as everyone who is here tonight. I am Deborah Larson, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs. On behalf of the Board of Trustees of the California State University and the faculty, staff, and administrators of Chico State, it is truly my great pleasure and honor to welcome you to the 28th Annual Commencement Ceremony for graduates with master's degrees. Thank you for joining us at this momentous event. It is my pleasure to introduce Brooklyn Becker, majoring in music, who will sing the National Anthem, and you're still, stay standing. Thank you, Brooklyn. Please be seated. We will now hear a special video presentation from President Gail Hutchinson, recognizing the sacred Mechoopda land on which the university rests.
We acknowledge and are mindful that Chico State stands on the lands that were originally occupied by the first people of this area, the Mechoopda, and we recognize their distinctive spiritual relationship with this land, the flora, the fauna, and the waters that run through campus. We are humbled that our campus resides upon sacred lands that since time immemorial have sustained the Mechoopda people and continue to do so today.
Graduates, tonight is a recognition of your notable accomplishment. You have just completed a journey that so few others have attempted and achieved. In completing your master's degree, you have demonstrated immense determination, drive, and dedication. You have sacrificed free time, family time, and of course, sleep. Indeed, you have persevered through the disruption of a worldwide pandemic, making your achievement even more outstanding. Graduates, you deserve a big round of applause. Yay! I know you didn't reach this pivotal point on your own. Your families, friends, and professors have all contributed to your success. They have devoted time and care in guiding, encouraging, and prodding you to succeed. Your memories and appreciation of the important role that they played in your success will last a lifetime. Let's also recognize our campus community for the incredible and timely response that allowed us to continue providing each of you with a quality learning experience even during the challenging times of the pandemic. So together, let's clap, wave, or offer offer a gesture of gratitude to your families, friends, and professors who have supported you so well. On behalf of our graduates, thank you, supporters. It is now my pleasure to introduce the members of our platform party. Colleagues, please stand or wave when I call your name. I would like to introduce Terrence Law, Dean of the College of Business. Ashley Milburn, student speaker and 2022 graduate of the online MBA program. Ann Sherman, Vice President for Business and Finance. Dr. Gail E. Hutchinson, President of California State University, Chico. Dr. Marion Piva, Chair of the Academic Senate. Dr. Thomas Rios, Interim Vice President for Student Affairs. Ahmed Bora, Vice President, Advancement. Dr. Brooke Banks, Chief of Staff, President's Office. Sheikah Jamila Bent Mohammed Al-Qasami, recipient of our Honorary Doctorate. Dr. Patricia Stock, Dean of the College of Agriculture. Dr. John Wong, Dean of the Marion Library. Dr. Tracy Butts, Dean of the College of the Humanities and Fine Arts. Sandra Scholten, our representative from the Staff Council. Dr. Blake Wentz, College of Engineering, Computer Science, and Construction Management. Dr. David Hasenthal, Dean, College of Natural Sciences. Dr. Eddie Vela, Dean, College of Behavioral and Social Sciences. Dr. Jennifer Gruber, Associate Vice President, International Education and Global Engagement. And Dr. Angela Trethaway, Dean, College of Communications and Education. So it is now my honor to welcome to the podium Dr. Marion Piva, Chair, Academic Senate.
Thank you, Provost Larson. Look at you. Look at you. You are all so beautiful. I want to take just a moment to acknowledge the amazing colleagues on the stage with me. I've had the pleasure of working closely with them this past year, and I'm grateful for their talent, dedication, and constant focus on student success and academic excellence. All the deans, the vice presidents, and in particular, President Hutchinson, thank you for your grace and compassion this year. Provost Larson, I am truly grateful for your leadership and guidance as I navigated my role as Academic Senate Chair. I knew almost next to nothing, and she was an amazing, unexpectedly became one of my most valuable mentors. So thank you for your leadership. I also want to give a shout out, a special thanks for every member of the staff here at Chico State. And I also want to say, I know there are some staff members graduating tonight. Congratulations, you are Chico State. But you showed up today to help, and you showed up every day, and I see you, and I'm grateful for you. And to all my faculty colleagues, thank you for being here to support your students. 2022 graduates, on behalf of the faculty and academic senate of Chico State, it is my pleasure to say congratulations. We are so proud of your accomplishments and the commitment that brought you here today. I've been a faculty member at Chico State for 17 years, and I have never been more proud than I am today celebrating you. And I am here celebrating you. You may be asking yourself, how does she know me? And how could she possibly be celebrating me? That's a good question. I may never have been your professor, or maybe I was, but I've listened and watched a lot in my classrooms and office over the years, and I was a student here myself. I graduated with my bachelor's and master's from Chico State many years ago. I've walked the same halls. I know the struggles that you faced collectively, and I know the perseverance it took to reach this spot today. I celebrate your perseverance. You came here as dreamers, as seekers, believers, all with a shared goal, a college degree, the promise of opportunity. And when you got here, you faced challenges and barriers that on some days seemed insurmountable. I know that many of you struggled to navigate college life, to find a safe place to sleep, to get enough to eat. I know many of you juggled jobs, families, and caring for your loved ones. I know that many of you faced illness and financial worry, and yet you showed up. You showed up to Zoom lectures, right? To virtual office hours, to Brady Bunch meetings, and to webinars. You worked harder, you leaned in, you fought for your education, you succeeded, and I celebrate your tenacity. I celebrate every hard-earned B and every paper that made you question the world around you. I celebrate the family who cheered you from afar, hey family, you here? And encouraged you to never give up. I celebrate the friends who intellectually challenged you and then gave you a safe space to relax. As faculty, we celebrate the hope and dreams that are before you now. We celebrate the opportunities that will present themselves to you. We celebrate the lives you will continue to build, proud that Chico State is a fundamental brick in the foundation of your future. You will have many more celebrations in your life, but today it's all about celebrating you. Be proud of what you've accomplished. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Piva. It is now my honor to introduce this year's student speaker, Ashley Milburn. Ashley is graduating tonight with a Master of Business Administration degree. Ashley has been an outstanding student scholar in the online MBA program, maintaining an almost perfect GPA while being a single mother to a 3-year-old and holding down a full-time position as a senior director. She has been a successful professional with over 17 years of healthcare industry experience in business operations, project management, revenue maximization, and customer service. We feel lucky to have had Ashley as a Chico State graduate student and now tonight as our student speaker. Please welcome to the podium Ashley Milburn.
Thank you so much for the kind introduction, Provost Larson. I don't believe she's here, but if someone could pass along my thanks to Dr. Mercurio for keeping me honest with that one A-. It was my first graduate level course, and it made me level up for the rest of them. I'm truly so honored to be the student commencement speaker this year. And I want to start off by thanking the Chico State Administration and the online MBA faculty for taking on the challenge of designing a brand new asynchronous master's program. I'd also like to thank my fellow students for your support and camaraderie, especially those of you who I had the pleasure to work with and to get to know over the last 18 months. And lastly, of course, I want to thank the friends and family of the students here who encouraged and supported us in getting our masters over the past few years. When I found out I was selected to give the student commencement speech, I sat down to write something that was hopefully inspirational. And I thought about those individuals who inspire me and what they've said that's truly moved me or changed me in some way. And the common theme that kept echoing for me was this idea of motivation and how we make our decisions. And what really resonated with me was this fallacy that I would do something once I felt motivated. I would feel like waking up early to work out. I would feel like applying for that new job or going for that promotion. And one day I was just gonna feel like getting my master's. And whenever I ended up not acting on one of those inspired ideas or going for something I wanted, it was just that I didn't feel like it yet. 3 years ago, Mel Robbins, who's the author of the 5-Second Rule, truly changed my life when I learned this simple concept that your feelings are merely suggestions and they can be overruled. And most likely, I was never going to feel like doing those uncomfortable but inspired things because our brains are hardwired to keep us safe and to keep us comfortable. Every one of us has a story of how we got here. And I know from speaking with my fellow online MBA cohorts that many of us decided to go for our master's because of the pandemic. Or I guess you could even say really despite the pandemic. Many of us were faced with difficult or unforeseen challenges, whether that was graduating from undergrad with no job opportunities because of the lockdown, a family illness, a move across the country, or in my case, divorce and being a single parent. Those of us sitting here made a choice to do something hard and something uncomfortable. And I'm sure I'm not the only one who wanted to skip a reading assignment or homework because it just felt better to watch TV and relax at the end of the day. But more often than not, I made that 5-second decision to do what I knew in my head I needed to in order to accomplish my goals, even though I didn't really feel like it. And I know those of you sitting before me did the same, over and over again until we completed our last class, our last exam, and our last project. As we move forward into our everyday lives, ready to take that inspired next step, remember that your feelings aren't a choice, but your behavior and your thoughts are. So pop out of bed when that alarm goes off. Put on those running clothes even though it's cold outside. Speak up in that meeting when you have an idea, and apply for that new dream job. After all we've overcome these past few years, we know that we're up for any challenge. We will keep choosing to do those difficult and uncomfortable things that we know push us in the direction of being the people and the professionals that we want to be, regardless of the challenges before us. Thank you all for your time, and congratulations again to the master's graduates of 2022.
Thank you, Ashley. We really appreciate your engaging and thoughtful words. I turn now to a special recognition of outstanding student work. Every year, the university engages in a rigorous process to select the thesis and project that represents the very best graduate students' work. I am pleased to announce the winner of the 2021 Outstanding Master's Thesis Award is Juan Vega Ramirez, Master Graduate in History. Juan was guided by Professor Stephen Lewis, his committee chair, and Professors Jeffrey Livingston and Hannah Burnett. His thesis title is Proselytizing Modernity. That's a hard word for me to say, Dr. Lewis. Re-examining the Summer Institute of Linguistics tenure in Mexico, 1934 through 1979. Congratulations, Juan. This year's Outstanding Project Award winner is Alondra Adami, Master of English Graduate. Alondra's work was guided by Professor Robert Davidson as committee chair and Professors Janine Clark, Ide Enriquez Loya. Her project is titled The Audacity to Live. Congratulations, Alondra. In recognition of this exceptional work, Juan and Alondra are awarded $250 each, and their advisors' names will appear on a perpetual plaque that is displayed in the Office of Graduate Studies. Graduates, I will end my remarks by saying that I am sending you the very best thoughts as you venture away from your educational experiences and move on to your professional careers. On behalf of all of us at Chico State, congratulations, graduates. Take care, and please come back to Chico State often. We will miss you. It is now my great honor to introduce the president of our university, Dr. Gail Hutchinson. In her years here at Chico State, first as faculty, chair, dean, as now president for nearly 6 years, President Hutchinson has provided informed and inspirational leadership and consistently kept the focus on our students, you, and their success, both graduate and undergraduate. She has led Chico State through the campfire and recovery and the pandemic shutdown and repopulation of campus. Her passion for Chico State, her commitment to shared governance, and her dedication to our campus and its future have had tremendous impact on all of us. President Hutchinson, we appreciate you and all that you do to welcome, embrace, engage, and encourage our students. Thank you.
Thank you, Provost Larson. Greetings, graduates, families, distinguished guests, faculty, staff, and friends. I have the privilege to introduce to you today the recipients of Chico State's most prestigious honor, the Honorary Doctorate, which recognizes an individual for lifetime achievements and contributions not only to the university, but to community, and in this case, global community. Receiving the Doctor of Humane Letters tonight is Sheikah Jamila bint Mohammed Al-Qasimi. We will hear more about Sheikah Jamila in this video presentation. In 1983, Sheikah Jamila bint Mohammed Al-Qasimi left Chico State with a degree in psychology and a passion to change the world. She returned home to the United Arab Emirates and became a clinical psychologist for Sharjah City for Humanitarian Services, a nonprofit organization providing educational and social services for those with disabilities. Within a few months, she was its Director General. Now, 40 years later, she is the chairperson of Sharjah City for Humanitarian Services and an international authority on best practices in helping people with disabilities achieve their economic and social independence and creating greater societal support and inclusion. As a disability rights leader, Sheikah Jamila has created leading programs serving children with deafness and hearing issues, autism, and other cognitive and developmental disabilities. She advocates for their rights and inclusion and continues to expand programming to serve their needs and those of their families. True to her nature, Sheikah Jamila prefers to refrain from being on film and insists the focus be on the lives of those she has worked so steadfastly to support.
My motivation has always been to empower individuals with disabilities and ensure they have a better life, where they are treated with dignity and respect. We support them with education, assistive technologies, and innovative therapies as they grow their skills and confidence and transform their futures. Some of the brightest moments of my career have been witnessing a smile on a child's face or a tear in a mother's eye when she sees her child make his or her first steps, or an adult getting a driver's license or starting to study at a university. It is deeply humbling to witness the changes our programs can make. At Sharjah City for Humanitarian Services, my team and I are also committed to changing culture and attitudes about individuals with disabilities. Through support and inclusion, we all flourish.
While much of Sheikah Jamila's work takes place a half a world away from her alma mater, her legacy has shaped the lives of those with disabilities and their families around the world, and influences the next generation of disability rights leaders, educators, and public health officials here at Chico State. She has hosted our students and educators to witness the transformative environments at her nonprofit firsthand. And in 2021, she made a generous gift to support our Clinic of Communication Disorders so that our students can carry out their work providing specialized care to those with disabilities.
The need for passionate, innovative, determined individuals to do this work is profound. My time as a psychology major at Chico State is where I was inspired to follow this line of work. My hope is that today's students will continue to take up the torch and be advocates. The most powerful legacy we can have is to make the world a better place, to fight for equity and inclusion, to to ensure all people have an opportunity to thrive.
I first met Sheikah Jamila in the 1990s when she came to visit Chico State. As the Adapted Physical Education Coordinator, I shared many common interests with her, and during our conversation, I was inspired by her passion, expertise, and many ideas. She invited me and a group of students and other faculty from Chico State's Adapted Physical Education program to visit. We would learn about their programs in charge of the city and assist in a camp for individuals with disabilities. For a week, we joined with special education teachers and students from several Middle Eastern countries. Despite the language barriers between our students and the children with disabilities, they shared the universal language of a smile, and we all learned and interacted in cultural and festive activities. I've never forgotten it, and neither did our students. To this day, many of them describe the experience as life-changing and said the kindness, friendship, and overall experience was a highlight of their educational careers here at Chico. As someone who has dedicated my own life to teaching about disabilities, Sheikah Jamila is a true inspiration. She's making huge changes in the world in her quiet and humble way. She's a model for others. She's always providing and creating opportunities and never asking. She has absolutely changed the lives of our students forever and countless others around the globe.
We are proud of Sheikah Jamila's exceptional work on behalf of people with disabilities around the world, and I'm especially gratified that her training in our Department of Psychology helped prepare her for this important work. Representing the highest ideals of our college, university, and the entire CSU, her proactive commitment to citizens with disabilities has provided services that have helped them thrive and live a fulfilling life. The awards recognizing her groundbreaking advocacy are almost too numerous to count, but a few of the most exceptional include the Gulf Corporation Council Award of Humanitarian Work, the United Nations Development Program United Arab Emirates Accolade for Distinguished Achievements in Humanitarian Services, and an Award of Merit from the United Arab Emirates Red Crescent.
Today, we will add one more honor to the list. In recognition of her commitment to equity and empowerment, innovative humanitarian efforts, and incredible advocacy, the Board of Trustees of the California State University and Chico State are humbled to award Sheikah Jamila an Honorary Doctorate of Humane Letters. Her cutting-edge ideas and personal commitment honor Chico State's strategic priority of equity, diversity, and inclusion, and we are humbled to call her one of our own. Please join me in congratulating Sheikah Jamila bint Mohammed Al-Qasimi as our 2022 Honorary Doctorate recipient.
I have to say, Dr. Lytle, I agree with you. Sheikah Jamila is a true inspiration. She's making huge changes in the world and doing so in both humble and quiet ways. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, by virtue of authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the California State University, I hereby confer upon Sheikah Jamila bint Mohammed Al-Qasimi the degree of Honorary Doctorate of Humane Letters with all the honors, privileges, and responsibilities thereto pertaining. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Sheikah Jamila. Under Sheikah Jamila's leadership and guidance, Sharjah City for Humanitarian Services empowers and advocates for persons with disabilities, educates and supports parents and families, and brings awareness to many, all while using best international practices. Once again, let's please have a round of applause for Dr. Sheikah Jamila. Who feels like graduating? May we have one more round of applause also for Ashley, who gave us just a wonderful speech. Thank you, Ashley. Well, graduates, I think we're getting closer to time. Each of you has a personal story of triumph to tell. Many of you are first in your family to graduate from college. Many of you navigated food and housing insecurity and endured financial hardships. Many of you have survived or have been impacted by disastrous wildfires that have ravaged our West. And all of you, all of us, have been challenged by COVID-19 pandemic. For those of you and all of us who have lost ones to the COVID, fire, or other tragedies over the course of your studies, please accept our heartfelt empathy and understanding, and together let's share a moment of silence for all whom we have lost during these unprecedented times. Thank you. Graduates, your journey to a master's degree is unlike the experiences of generations of students who have graduated before you. Specifically, you had to navigate the effects of this global pandemic, and we're still navigating those effects. And that meant adjusting your expectations from learning in person to figuring out how to learn online or virtually or in a hybrid platform. Faculty and staff went above and beyond to help you, doing their absolute best to engage you in learning and provide you with their support. Let's show our appreciation to our wonderful faculty, both live and here in person and live stream. Please, one more time, let's give it up for faculty and staff. And faculty and staff, thank you for all of your persistence and diligence and passion for the success of our students. The Chico State experience, graduates, may have been different from what you imagine when you began your master's program. Nonetheless, you persevered, and now you stand here tonight and prepared for what lies ahead. You are an inspiration to future Wildcats, to your families, to the community writ large. Your tenacity, coupled with your level of achievement during arduous times, will be long remembered through messages of hope and strength that will ripple across generations. Children, perhaps your children, will follow in your footsteps to pursue an education with dreams and confidence for a brighter future, just as you have done. It is my hope that you will take the education you received at Chico State and continue to live our time-honored values. Be an independent thinker and engaged citizen. Develop your own views and voice based on your education, and use that voice to positively impact the world around you. Do and dare to make a difference. As Sheikah Jamila said very clearly, your legacy should be focused on making the world a better place. During your time at Chico State, each of you has come to understand how important it is to listen to diverse opinions, embrace facts, remain open-minded, yet be curious about the world in order to discover new ways of being, living, and knowing. We know we are stronger when we embrace diversity in all of its forms and work together to solve the significant challenges of the 21st century. The pandemic has shown us that we are all connected and vulnerable in more ways than perhaps we've ever imagined. How we respond to adversity truly matters, and lives depend on it. 2 years of a pandemic, social turbulence, increasing extreme weather, environmental challenges are powerful indicators that you are entering the world as you enter the world at this critical moment. So let me say that one more time. All of these are indicators that you're entering the world at a critical moment. And graduates, we are confident that you are ready to face these challenges. Your skills, wisdom, values, and experience have prepared you well. And there has never, ever, ever been a more important time for all of us, especially for you, to make a difference. Today, take pride in your accomplishments. We are immensely proud of you and what you have achieved. We believe in you, and we believe in your future, and know that you will go forth and create and do wonderful things, because the world is now yours to make better. So, here's how this is going to work as we move into the graduating phase. Because we're still in a global pandemic, we are not going to do the traditional hooding on stage. So graduates, listen carefully. You are going to place your hoods on at your seat, and this is going to be an interesting lesson. So I want you to watch first before you stand up. So please watch. I have a hood right here. So if you unfold your hood, don't stand yet, but if you unfold your hood, find that little tassel. There should be a tassel, and that is going to mark a V. Now that tassel, once it's over your head, should point down your robe. And so as I'm holding this in whatever hand I want, I'm going to hold that tassel toward my face. Watch this now. Tassel toward my face, swing it over my shoulder. So you're going to take the tassel. Okay, graduates, please stand. Try not to swing and hit the person next to you. Step out, put it over, and check your person to the left and to the right. Make sure it falls nicely on your shoulder, and then make sure those wildcat colors are displayed. And this is where your neighbor can help you. If you look at our hoods, by my platform party, they can see colors, and you should be able to see our wildcat colors. So once you have your hood all set, check with your neighbor, make sure it's just so. First row, remain standing, and all other rows, please be seated as graduates make their way to the podium. And I have to say, you all look pretty amazing. All right, so graduates, you're making your way in the front row. Marshals are lining up. Please follow the marshals' directions. For all others outside the first row, please sit back down once you're secure. And as I mentioned earlier, we're going to ask all of you to refrain from hugging and shaking hands on stage due to the ongoing pandemic. Once you've crossed the stage, please return to your seats. And I believe we are ready. Thank you. It was a little more lively last year. Yeah, I think it's because we were the only ones here. I think so.
We are, but it takes a excuse me, I'm going to hold on.
And just so everyone knows what's happening, all the college deans are standing with the diploma jackets. Graduates will be crossing the stage. Watch the monitors. You'll see their name and hopefully their discipline. And then they'll take a quick picture and make their way back to their seats. Thank you, everyone.
Joshua Sandbloom.
Devin Derek Rounds.
Harrison Cochran Ross. Candace Sawyer.
Isaiah Garcia.
Feel free to stand there.
Francisco Madrano. Jared Rousey.
Congratulations, Cole.
Cole Morales.
Way to go, Cole.
Jessica Nguyen Casper.
Maggie Sawyer.
Elena Castor. Darcy Cochran.
Chang An Tu.
Shelby Boyle.
Ani Ushikishvili.
Jesse Barstow. Fiona Chin. Carla Alvarado. Taylor Scott Hinchcliffe.
Ardash Nodiznaya. Ashley Marie Person. Elizabeth Valadez.
Rebecca Anderson.
Harmony Shelton.
Luminita Crystal Bodia.
Caitlin Josephine Sacramento. Julia Rauter.
Shawneen Felix. Dalal Al-Shuaibi. Kelsey Goodacre.
Sally Von Bargen. Melina Kayanani Sipple. Joseph Martin. Sarah Angela Moffitt.
Kimberly Guanzam.
Alex Jordan Wolk.
Gregorio Beck.
Jordan Stifle. Alex Jordan Wolk.
Natalie Lawler.
Stephen Z. Sun.
Canverbir Singh Gill. Carla Casabayo.
Deja Chevalier.
Lei Han.
Logan Smith.
Marty Anthony Joseph Estrada. Donovan Cervantes.
Anthony Ruiz. Melissa Ramirez. Jessica Pettigrew. Marzier Nickbocht.
John Davis.
Amy Quinto.
Ajani Shores. Dahae Chun. John Davis. Ajani Shores.
Juanita Isabel Rivera. Dina Menendez.
Dina Chan. Josephine Duran.
Sarah Rollins.
Barinder Kaur.
Alexis Nichols.
Anthony Isola.
Carson Strauch.
Alvaro Alvarez Avila. Cassandra Allison. Nick Lopez.
Cordelia Wilson.
Good job, Ann.
Sarah Jordan. Justin Arthur Hebert. Hershella Chelsea Kozaski.
Michelle Thorpe.
Christina Marie Bello.
Brooks Wald. Sabrina Sophia Salvatore. Mackenzie Kaylin Tice. Jennifer Yang. Dominique Soares. Bailey Nelson.
McKevia Kyles. Cameron Leslie.
Nua Zhang. Brenna Meyer.
Michelle Gamer.
Connor Wells.
Ricardo Gonzalez.
Cameron Tomlinson.
Santos Arevalo Hernandez. Pedro Cruz Penaloza. Travis Wolf Conklin. Casey Longacre.
Omar Mora Perez.
Kirtland Damian Koger.
Joel Varela.
Yasmin Elizabeth Avila. Kirtland Aaron Bromley. Casey Longacre.
Jennifer Small.
Kirtland Damian Koger. Yasmin Elizabeth Avila. Shannon Suzanne Davis Court. Christina Camacho. Madison Kolaluka.
Jennifer Small. Tom Marler. Alex Wilson.
Jack Griffin.
Alora Sutcliffe.
Emily Hunt.
Travis Ray Souders.
Eliza Dyer.
Kevin Warren. John Edwin Sableman.
Sheila Burke. Alexandra Delgado. Montserrat Enriquez.
Crystal Martinez.
Shelby Youngsma.
Stephanie Vasquez Mendoza. Francesca Schaefer. Vanessa Sierra Rojas. Paul Robles. Keisha Patton,
Kendra Bonner, Catherine Fuentes,
Heather Lynn Wilhite, Selena Rodriguez,
Terrell Bowman, Miranda Johnson, Kevin Diol,
Jason Verona, Stephanie Ann Marie Younger,
Gustavo Huizar,
Matthew Mayer, Margarita Ochoa,
Shelby Bruce, Amandeep Ajla,
Melissa Vega, Pamela Mansfield, Yulisa Castañeda Ubias, Matthew Murray, Christine Ponce,
Sunny Dalal,
Rocio Martinez, Jonathan Mikhail Molina, Ali Vassar,
Christina Camacho,
Tom Marler, Evan Pugh, Ashley Milburn,
Christina Camacho,
Katie O'Neill, Sarah McDaniel, Amy Suzanne Vo, Danielle Rankin, Kimberly Parker, Samuel Lawrence Winter, Lorena Neray, Sarah McDaniel,
Pamela Ferreira, Amanda Hernandez, Alexandra Lewis,
Benjamin Robertson, Navdeep Pabla,
Estefania Brianna,
Kathleen Peterson Iniguez,
Anna Bernardino,
Mohammed Rauf Smati, Celeste Tomasulo, Cooper Renteria, Cody Shear, Benjamin Pierce, Andra Richter,
Andres Cervantes, Shane Alexander George, Helene Ginter.
Tali Uns.
Diana Joseph.
Molly Leandra McNeil. Jessica Marie Vera.
Haley Elizabeth Adams. Nicholas DeRose.
Cody Rice. Deanna Osmondson. Elena Tomasetti.
Brenna Ray Johnson. Carrie Lee Dodd.
Megan Carolyn Robertson.
Diane Collins. Rebecca Banuelos. Taylor Marie Kreipel Lambrigger. Elizabeth Filkowski.
Alina Titchenen. Shannon Milliken.
Elizabeth Hannigan. Pamela Brebner.
Christine Ponce. Paige Nathan. Mara Varnell Christensen.
Carter Callagher.
Sarah McDaniel. Talia Swangler.
Brett Hayner.
Amin Man. Carlos Ruiz Perez.
Sydney Maria Cornejo Kelly. Yadira Heredia.
Cassandra Sherwin. Brittany Romero.
Carly Leach. Asher Funk. Alex Armstrong. Kirsty Clifton. Courtney Gallion.
Chloe Madej. Marina Romero. Riley Michelle Smith.
Yesenia Gonzalez. Megan Alvarez. Karen Deep Core. Amber Hoffeld.
Yadira Ramirez.
Chase Allen Bisbee. Tristina Kate. Jessica Ashley Brand. Catherine Hawkins.
Alyssa Nicole Matheson.
Mayeli Gonzalez Ochoa. Christina Rochelle Hammonds.
Dana Renee Morris. Laura Tamara Wickman.
Jasmine Ka Sellis.
Jessica Shippen.
Madison Harwell.
Joanna Rodriguez Bahina. Savannah Tristan. Lauren Nakabayashi. Cynthia Ramos. Jennifer White. Mary Pagel. Kiana Ramirez Valdez.
Vanessa Chisholm.
Allison Watkins.
Chloe Freeland. Pramila Uday Dupatla.
Alma Pina.
Aji Fatu Ba.
Armando Montejano. Madeline McAndrew, Taylor Riley, Elizabeth Rodriguez, Annie Elizabeth Weiss, Emilio Ciaz, Reagan Tran, Ashley Russell, John Perman,
Janessa Brierton,
Mary Osborne, Scott Schmidt, Summer Variki,
William Firth,
Nadia Anise Torkman, Efren Yanez,
Megan,
Summer Variki,
Jessica Ann Gorman,
Catherine Wash, Kate,
Ashley Green, Jasmine Corona Alcazar,
Kayla Selena Sanchez, Kristen Rube,
Caitlin Chan,
Kelly Thorup,
Maria Lisa Carrillo, Cody Fraser,
Georgiana Vlahos, Martin Silva,
Christy Creamer Conley, Jairani Emekar, Sophia Gaddis,
Harsh Nagarkar,
Sean M. Dorton,
Viraj Sonavane,
Kalia Lancaster, Adhar Jaiswal, Richard Bayers, Dimitro Kabanov, Sydney Foster, Michael Larson,
Jonathan Sanville, Marla Dawn Oates,
Brittany Cervantes, Giovanni Cruz,
Karnjat Malhi,
We were scanning them. It was working. We had some.
Rose Emmanuel Messian Eteti, Ashley Ann Baquet,
Summer Variki,
One more.
Dennis Jackson,
Kristen Paul.
Almost there. So, graduates, before we complete the ceremony, I just want to thank you for your grace and patience. It's been a while since we've been able to offer an in-person commencement. So obviously there were some mistakes, but you handled it beautifully as you have for the last 2 years. I also want to compliment you on those hoods. I don't know who taught you, but those hoods were spectacular. You did it really, really well. Congratulations. So we've got a couple more things. First, I'm going to introduce you as the candidates for masters. So to our families, friends, and significant others in the audience, it is now my distinct honor to introduce you, all right, 2022 candidates for master's degrees of arts and sciences. And candidates, your tassels are already on the left side, so we don't have to worry about that. But now it's time to confer the degree, after which I will make a comment, and after that, the ceremony concludes, and I ask that you follow the faculty marshals. Candidates, please rise. Candidates, by the virtue of authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the California State University, I confer upon each and every one of you the master's degree appropriate to the course of study you have pursued, with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations. Now, a little bit of wisdom for you. And this is from me to you, to the unshakable, extraordinary class of 2022. And on behalf of the entire Chico State community, with joy for the moment and hope for the future, I offer each and every one of you my most heartfelt and hearty congratulations.
Graduates of the class of 2022, your faculty marshals will instruct you on how to lead and exit the stadium. Congratulations!